This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union. Lane, can tell you what, it was out here before we started taping this. This is the elements for when we're taping this on this Tuesday afternoon. It's wet, it's muddy. Sometimes soccer's played in conditions just like this. You were working a drill. Tell us what you were doing.
Well, it is kind of fun actually to come out, and I think that when it gets in places like this where it is a little mucky, the players actually like it. I mean, they come out and they get excited, and we do some stuff that kind of challenges them and makes them a little grittier, and so it is kind of fun.
I would compare it maybe to when it snows during football games, and the guys really like playing in the snow. For some reason, it makes it difficult to handle the football sometimes. What about playing in conditions like this as we kind of veer off into different directions? What are keys when you do play in adverse conditions like this?
I think it really starts with your mentality and making sure that you're not going to make excuses. Both teams have to play in it, but you change up your game a little bit. You have to be a little bit smarter in how you play and how you position your body and some of those things. But in the end, it's about getting the job done.
6 of the 8 matches so far, Lang, decided by 1 goal. What have you learned most in the first month about your team so far?
That we have a very hard schedule. Again, I think there's some games that we should have won. We were up at the end of a game like an Elon or Wedemeyer, and we just needed to find a way to kind of seal the game and close it out. And we're just missing a little. Sometimes it was a little bit of composure or a little bit of intelligence kind of towards the end to make that happen. Some games we were chasing it. Against LSU, we had a one-on-one late in the second half that would have put it in overtime, and or George Washington, we tie the game up and put it in overtime, and then end up losing. So we're very close in some of those respects, but we're still missing a little of that fighter's mentality, that competitor that some of our leaders and senior players need to bring out from the rest of the team.
Was going to bring up the next point, though. Speaking of that senior leadership and upperclassmen leadership, what have you seen from that leadership that makes you believe that, okay, maybe we don't play well in this match, but I know I don't want to have to say much. These leaders will kind of take the team by the reins and kind of let them know, hey, this is not accepted and this is what we should be doing different.
Well, I think the nice thing about this team is it's not a hierarchy, and certainly we have seniors that have been through some of this and have played some tough games, and we're certainly leaning on people like Devin or Sarah or Abby to try to lead us in some of these moments. But we're getting a lot of leadership even from some of the younger players like Cora Dunnick, who's played almost every minute this season from the back. Who's just a sophomore, but I think she has great leadership potential. Or Mel Jero, who again came into the starting rotation as a goalkeeper, who's starting to feel more comfortable in that leadership role. So we're getting it from some different places. Ellie Warren in the midfield, who's a junior. So it's coming. We just need to break through. They need a little bit of that belief that they can really do it, and I think that'll set us on the right track.
All right, Lang, you're diving into ASUN play this weekend at Kennesaw State this week, and then Sunday back here against NJIT. Excited to really venture off into this new conference that we've known about since May, making that decision, but now it's here for this soccer team. So give me an idea of what you're up against this weekend.
Well, the conference is very good, and it's certainly not going to be easy. Every time you travel, it's a flight, and it's a lot of travel, and it's hard to get to some of the places and then be able to go and perform. But that's I think we've primed ourselves for this by our non-conference portion of the schedule, because although we didn't have any flights, we had some tough travel, some very tough teams. So we're hopeful that we're a bit battle-hardened and ready for this. Kennesaw State's a very talented opponent. They beat Georgia earlier in the year, and they've got a very good record coming into conference play. So we know it's going to be tough. We don't know a lot because these are all very new opponents for the most of us, but we're excited to start the ASUN schedule.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your training here with the team to join us. We appreciate it, and go back and get them, okay?
All right, thanks so much.